Hey guys,
What's up, G?
wanna go to Chachki's? Get some coffee?
Oh, it's a little early.
I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna lose it.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you,
Somebody might have. Clearly having an issue getting on the stream. Hey, happy day. Happy Monday. Let me get this fixed up a little bit better. I'm doing things a little different today. Good morning. Happy Monday. Someone said in the chat, Sapphire said, not sure Monday and happy should go together. Can't say I feel like you're wrong, but it's all right. Monday's okay, because without Monday, we would never make it to Tuesday. And without Tuesday, we wouldn't make it to hump day. And then without hump day, we wouldn't make it to my favorite day of the week, which is Thursday. Because Thursday is almost Friday. Anyway, we got to get off to a good start this week. Today, first of all, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for notifications, and check out the website, and check out my book, and go to my... You got to do all the things, right? Today is a day, I don't know, anyone who's been paying attention, who's been listening, who's been watching, knows that I've been wrapped up the last week or two in starting a new business. That's hard. That's not easy. But it's amazing to live in a country where you can go, hey, you know, it's for some reason it's real hard to get a job right now. So instead of that, I'm just going to start my own thing. So I was sitting around the house one day and I'm like, you know what? I'm unemployed. And that sucks. I hate being unemployed. So I did what any red-blooded great American would do. I started to start my own business. So essentially I went, I'm unemployed. You know what? I'm not unemployed anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm the boss. Ding. It's like playing games at home when you're a little kid, playing with your He-Man dolls and stuff. Oh, man. Today is the day that Trump said he was going to attack Iran's oil infrastructure, I believe, if they didn't open the Straits of Hormuz. And then you got this kind of stuff going on out there, which is never good. Let me put this up here. Hakeem Jeffries.
I want to ask you before I let you go about something the president just put on Truth Social this morning. He said, now with the death of Iran, the greatest enemy America has is the radical left, highly incompetent Democratic Party. Your response?
Donald Trump should keep his reckless mouth shut before he gets somebody killed.
That's rich coming from the Democrats. That really is pretty rich. I saw that this morning, and I was going to go on. I'm like, I'm sure there's what do you call those when they put a bunch of stuff to whatever, one of them videos with a bunch of highlights in it of Speaker Jeffries saying all kinds of horrible things about Americans, about conservatives, about Trump supporters, about MAGA, about all kinds of stuff. And then I was scrolling and I saw this one post. I thought it was kind of funny. It kind of fit the moment. Let me get this a little bit bigger. Kind of fit the moment. Nothing crazy, but Trump posted, now with the death of Iran, the greatest enemy of America is the radical left, highly incompetent Democrat Party. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Labeling every American in the opposition political party as an enemy to the country may be the most un-American thing any president has ever said. Dangerous. And then it was good because someone else put this post up underneath it. So shut the F up, you stupid bah. These are all Joe Biden quotes. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundation of our republic. But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans, and that is a threat to this country. The MAGA Republicans don't just threaten our personal rights and economic security. They are a threat to our very democracy. MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards. This MAGA threat is a threat to the brick and mortar of our democratic institutions. There's no question that today's Republican Party is driven and intimidated by MAGA extremists. Their extreme agenda, if carried out, would fundamentally alter the institutions of American democracy as we know it. MAGA Republicans attempting to abuse power and spread conspiracy theories are a threat to the character of our nation. Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are a threat to the very soul of this country. You don't have to agree with me on everything to know MAGA extremism is a threat to this country. All that stuff needs to stop. But how many people do you think are out there right now? How many, yes, useful idiots? How many useful idiots are out there right now like, yep, they still believe the garbage that Biden told them about MAGA extremism and all that stuff? Doesn't help anybody. What they should be saying is, we hate their ideas. Their ideas are horrible. It's just, I don't know. I'm like looking at politics lately and I'm just like, wow, where are we at now? Where are we at that politics has gotten to this point? I mean, politics is always a nasty game. You got insults, you got whatever going on all the time. It's just what it is. But man, it's like, even I'm like, I'm not like, I'm getting repelled by it lately a little bit. And I'm like super duper love politics. I think politics are very interesting and all that kind of stuff. But even I'm like, oh, this is kind of crazy. Oh, I just saw that. I just gotta. That's a good point there. That's a good point. I hope you've seen when the Japanese prime minister saw that photo. I don't know if you saw that. It was pretty funny. She laughed. The photo in the hallway there. Do you think Trump will try to wage war on his opposition? Well, it all depends on what you mean by wage war, I guess. Do you think he will try to kill more Americans and maybe go to war with California? I'm not even sure. What? Go to war with California? I don't even know what. No, I don't think that. No, I don't think he's going to go to war with California. There's some truth to that. Anyone that still calls themselves a Democrat or Republican has fallen for the clown show. There's some truth to that. All right. Slow down the posting there. Don't start spamming the chat. That's no good. We don't want that. This story was pretty interesting. A Tempe, Arizona police are looking for who is responsible for vandalizing a 15-foot crescent moon Islam Ramadan display on a mountain. The huge 15-foot LED crescent moon was built by a Muslim student group. It was crushed, destroyed, and left on the mountain. No details or suspects. Also, on a side note, why is this reporter using one of these little mics that they use when they're on the street, like the streamers guys use? It's kind of interesting.
Tempe police are looking for who's responsible for allegedly vandalizing a Ramadan display on a mountain. A group of students put up the 15-foot crescent moon on a mountain at the start of Ramadan, a sacred month of fasting, prayer, and charity for Muslims. But on the final nights of the holy period, police say it was found vandalized and knocked down. The damage estimated at around $20,000.
We understand that this could be upsetting. What we want our community to know is that the Tempe Police Department, in this case and any property-related situation, takes these incidents seriously, and we will hold people accountable.
Tempe police say there's no known threat to the public, and they're asking anyone with information to call police. Tempe police are looking for who's.
You gotta imagine that stuff's not gonna fly in America. That a mountain in Tucson, right? Yeah, he does. He took a little time out. So today, Monday. I'm excited because today is the day that I'm officially launching my new business. I wish I could tell you about it. There's just too many haters out here that would go online and do bad things, make false reports and such. We don't need all that. I already had to fight that war once with clowns and having a business and everything. California's at war with itself, not a kinetic sense, but in a way lacking trust, potential corruption, and fraud. Amen. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's successful. That would be great. Otherwise, it's kind of no point to that. But so I'm looking forward to this week because after I get off here, I'm gonna finish up a couple things on the website, and then I'm gonna start pushing to get new work, pushing to advertise, pushing to do whatever to support, because I'm going to do whatever I got to do to support my family. That's what we got to do. We can't sit around. You get laid off from a job. I'm not going to be like, oh, I got laid off from my job. I guess I'll just have to find something else. I guess I'll just wait until someone gives me a job. I would prefer to go out and just make my own way. I've done it before. I'll do it again. So I appreciate the congratulations there. There's a couple things.
She'll clean.
I don't know a lot about this whole Candace Owens. I try to stay away from this all that stuff. Oh yeah, hashtag. Actually, let me correct you. There we go. That's better. Don't forget, MagAmericans is a company. We're a company. We are an LLC. So just remember that. So this whole Candace Owens thing, I don't pay attention to it. I don't really care about all the soap opera stuff that's going on between people on the right and whatever. I don't care. That's a distraction. So much of the stuff we're seeing right now is a distraction. It doesn't really have any impact on us at all. The government might need to look into things like, Joe Kent, but we don't. That doesn't matter to us. We can't do anything about it anyway. So-called pound site, right? Hashtag. So this is Don Lucre on Twitter, and they falsely put this up and said it's a former employee, but I don't think he's a former employee. I just think he knows what he's talking about.
Allegedly, I can say like, man, she he knows this. Well, no. I'm saying, well, Charlie, what? Candace knows what she's doing, and it's fucked up, man. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I gotta call it out. So, like, here's a small example. At Turning Point USA, one of Candace's main things that she was saying is that a student was like somewhat mourning, and they asked them to recollect their thoughts. The news asked them, "Hey, what happened? How long have you been working for Charlie?" This was like 10, 15 minutes after he got shot. Now you see a group of Turning Point USA people strong on him, so you can't talk to the media, no talking to the cameras. Candace Owens dedicated like 20 minutes of her show to this scenario. Completely disingenuous, because this bitch was part of Turning Point USA, part of Blexit. They all have the same contractual obligations. It's a 501c3, not allowed to talk to the media, no matter what happens. Not allowed to talk to politicians. You think the regular viewer gonna know that? No. So it's shit like that she's doing that's intensified, that times 10s. I know it. I'm people game. I'm like, come on, Candace. They legally can't talk. It's a 501c3. If it's a 501c4, they could. But they'll do that to any nigga. They're gonna strong. If they find out you talking to the media, Blacks, they're gonna pull you aside like they did with him. But she's making it seem like it's a conspiracy. And whenever she's wrong on something, she doesn't admit to the audience that she's wrong. She just doubled down on something yet again. So she's kind of like, to me, ruined her investigation because it's disingenuous. And every time that something is wrong, instead of her saying that she's wrong and correct it, she'll claim that, oh, I really got him mad today. I mean, it's absolutely insane, man. When I went to the Charlie Kirk funeral, when we got back, the first thing she did is said, "I think they're talking about me." Like,
so what was that meeting about when she went to go see Erica Kirk, allegedly?
They met face to face. Okay. And for the most part, I think Erica Kirk was letting her know legally that what position Candace Owens was in. And I think she gracefully asked for her to try to let off on it. And Candace chose to do what she did when she got back. Not to say this isn't going to go without lawsuits. Candace is pretty tactical. She understands the moment that Turning Point USA attempts to sue her, it's going to look like Candace is the right one. Right. They're the wrong ones trying to date. It's true. Truth. At the very top, that's what they're dealing with. They would love to serve her. They would love to, but they just know the optics right now, and Candace is taking advantage of it. But she's taking advantage of an unaware crowd for clicks. Some stuff is like, okay, you cooking, but some stuff is like, deep down that this is this way because of this. This is this way because of this. Yeah, they can't respond. They made her rich. She got rich because of Charlie. I'm going to reveal it, bro. Look, Charlie Kirk owned Blexit.org 5 years before Candace had it.
Damn, really?
He owned it. Yeah, it was all, she never owned Blexit. It was Charlie's.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because they can't have this white dude. All right, come on now. Don't let me get into it, bro.
Oh, shit. He cooking, Dom cooking now.
I know what really happened. I was at the very top, bro. Like, I got all the secrets. I know what happened to King Face. I know all that shit. Like, I know what happened to everyone. I know all the truths. And she's pretty disingenuous with a lot of stuff. Out of all celebrities I've met in my life, Candace is the biggest bitch. And really? I mean that. I mean, even with Vivek Ramaswamy, she went on the tour bus with Vivek Ramaswamy. All the other people were asking to take pictures. Candace, she'll stay at the front of the door. She won't touch her audience. She won't take pictures with them. That's why you don't see Candace take pictures with the crowd. You're not obligated to. But she's extremely arrogant. I remember we had a volunteer come down to Blexit that worked from Alaska. Flew all the way down from Alaska, did it all for free. She's a volunteer for our Chattanooga event. The foreman that got Candace Owens coffee asked for her to possibly just see the woman for 12 seconds. And she said, if they're coming from Alaska to volunteer to see me, then they coming with the wrong intentions. Is she wrong? No. That's some bitch ass shit to do. Wow. These are the people that's doing it for free. These are people that believe in you. And you're not even legitimate. Your shit's owned by a white man. Like, you didn't come up with that idea. Shitting your husband. Come on, man.
So those text messages that she leaked, are those true? Like the text messages between her and Charlie Kirk?
They're true. Yeah, they're true. But look at the years. Why that nigga wasn't talking to her 2 weeks before he died? 3 weeks. Me and Fresh, you can find if something happened right now, you gonna tell I fuck with him.
Yeah.
That shit is not 5-6 months ago, bro.
Yeah,
So that was years ago.
It's
interesting.
months.
Anyway, that whole situation, I just can't bring myself to care. Today is the day that the deadline that Trump gave to Iran to open the Straits of Hormuz, so he was going to start attacking their oil infrastructure. Today's that day. Then Israel, or not Israel. Interesting mix up. Then Iran can threaten to attack drinking water. Epstein file racist, not anymore. Iran, I might pull this up because it's worth reading. Iran can wipe drinking water off the map. This isn't politics anymore. This is survival. Iran just put the Gulf on notice. If our power grid gets hit, your water gets hit. Let that sink in. These nations don't have rivers. They don't have lakes. They don't have backup. They have desalination. And without it, they have nothing. Kuwait's 90% dependent, yada, yada, yada. Talking about dehydration, collapse, mass panic within days, blah, blah, blah. It's interesting that they're attacking water supplies for the first time in history. I think. I mean, not in history, I'm sure. It's interesting, but this is the picture that came up with that was this. I guess this is where all the water factories or manufacturing plants or whatever you want to call them, I guess they're there. So who knows? I guess we'll see. I feel as though Mags needs a bingo card for the vertical chat. Have sections on no noon wars, Epstein, PDF file, racist, fascist, Nazi, and more that I can't think of off the top of my head. Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to bootlicker? Like, they don't see these trends. Bootlicker? Remember, that was like all the rage there for a couple of weeks, calling people bootlickers. And then it just went away. It was almost like it was an orchestrated thing to get people to do for them. It's weird how that works sometimes, I guess. There's that. Oh, yeah. Somebody got. I'm just bouncing all around. Hey, you have to deal with it because, like I said, I've been jumping around trying to get this business started, so I haven't been focusing on MagAmericans as much. Not to say I don't care and love all of you. I just had to get some other stuff straight. Whatever happened to ICE? I don't know. You didn't really hear about ICE until they went to Minneapolis. I think that had more to do with Minneapolis than Minnesota than anything else. American was on the ground in Plano, Texas, and is able to confirm the mosque Islamic City is moving ahead with Epic City. He says this is a 100% Muslim-only community in America. Only Muslims are allowed. He says the whole area has already been Islamified and no assimilation. The whole area here has been Islamicized. It has been Islamicized, Islamification. What is the mosque? We're just going to play the video. Let's just play the video. And I guess he went down to, there was supposed to be some event down there.
Well, that was wild. I was just interviewed by journalist Savannah Hernandez from Turning Point USA. There's tons of people that showed up. This is all about Epic City, East Plano Islamic Center trying to build a city, and it is a Muslim city. I'll show you pictures of all the different stuff that happened as I was out here at East Plano Islamic Center Mosque. The whole area here has been Islamicized. Islam has been Islamicized, Islamification, whatever. The key here is a couple things. Why is this mosque building a city? Why is this mosque building a city that is all about being Muslim, caught passing out pamphlets and information that are making it clear this is Islamic City? Why are the people here not assimilating? Savannah Hernandez asked me, do you have a problem with this mosque? You know what? I have a problem with people not assimilating, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Assimilation and a Muslim congregation building a city that is for Muslims. You can't do that in America. Can you imagine what the left and the media would say if my church built a city only for Christians with a church at the center of it and Christian schools? The left would blow its freaking head, but they say nothing about Islam. A lot more is coming out about this I'll be talking to you about it and all the intelligence I gathered over here, information, etc. Meeting was canceled, which is why we all showed up and nothing happened. Some people have been chased off the property, others have not. But the meeting was canceled because Ken Paxton got a temporary restraining order. I'm not confident that's going to stop this at all. They're going to build this city by hook or crook. So show up at these meetings, keep following me, and we will do everything we can to stop this lawfully, reasonably, and respectfully, firmly.
Well said. Well said. Can't be building Muslim cities. I know it sounds like conspiracy theory, but if you look at it, it's
well, that was why
it's happening out there.
24.
I can't play that one yet. That's not good. We can't play that. That's too much. Too early for that video. I'll play that video in a little bit. Yeah. I'm surprised. I keep watching the news. I'm surprised that there hasn't been anything. Sometime today, I guess. I didn't check what time of day because he said it exactly that. Well, why we got a commercial going on? Stop with the commercials. Nope. Come on, ad. Get over with. There we go. Then there was this news story this morning, which is kind of troubling, I guess. But come on, play.
We just heard from a senior Port Authority official after the breaking news overnight when a plane crashed into another vehicle at LaGuardia Airport with 2 people now confirmed dead. You are watching Fox and Friends First on this Monday morning. I'm Carly Shimkus.
And I am Todd Pyro. Here is what we know just moments ago from that press conference. 41 people on that plane were transported to the hospital. 32 were released, but it does appear there are 9 individuals with serious injuries at this time still in the hospital. 2 pilots, as you see on your screen right there, confirmed dead. LaGuardia will be closed until at least 2 p.m., could be longer, depending upon how long the investigation takes. With that, let's go live now to CB Cotton.
I don't know. I guess they hit a
the very latest
fire
CB.
truck that was on the runway.
Todd, Carly, good morning. An absolute tragedy here on the ground at LaGuardia Airport as we get that official confirmation that 2 pilots have been killed in this collision between a passenger plane and a fire truck. Let's take a look at this crash site because this was a gut-wrenching scene. You can see here on the screen that Air Canada Express plane on the tarmac with its nose completely torn off, and nearby there appears to be the overturned, damaged Port Authority fire truck. To give some context, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey operates this airport. It just held a news conference and said the Air Canada flight was landing at around 11:40 p.m. Eastern last night, coming in from Montreal when it collided with a Port Authority fire truck that was responding to a United aircraft that had previously reported an issue with an odor. The Port Authority released an earlier statement saying, quote, at approximately 11:40 p.m. on Sunday, a Jazz Aviation flight operating on behalf of Air Canada was involved in an accident on runway 4 at LaGuardia Airport, in which the aircraft struck a Port Authority aircraft rescue and firefighting vehicle that was responding to a separate incident. And again, moments ago, we got more details about how this unfolded. So Air Canada, again, says that flight was traveling from Montreal to New York, operated by Jazz Aviation. We also learned the flight had 72 passengers and 4 crew members on board. Port Authority recapping moments ago that 41 passengers and crew members were taken to the hospital. 32 people have now been released, but we've been told there are serious injuries. There was light rain, fog, and mist when the collision occurred, but it's too soon to say how and if the weather played a role. Here's one injured passenger recounting the harrowing moments.
We were coming in pretty fast. It was like a regular flight, like always. But as we were arriving, we came down really hard, and then we stopped really quickly. And then in about 2 seconds later, we just had an absolute like slam. Everybody was flying everywhere. I mean, like the plane started veering off left and right, and there was, I mean, just it was chaos. I mean, it didn't feel like there was anybody in control of anything.
Yeah, that's Trump's.
And our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who was involved in this collision this morning. Todd, as you mentioned, there will be no flights into or out of LaGuardia Airport until at least 2 p.m. local time. The NTSB will now lead the investigation. Back to you in the studio.
Remarkable to hear that first-hand account from that passenger, CB. CB Cotton live for us at LaGuardia Airport. CB, we thank you so much. Let's bring in former NTSB investigator Charlie Pereira.
I'm kind of
Charlie,
curious
we do know that the NTSB is launching
for.
a GO team to investigate this collision. So what are your thoughts on what led to this crash and what we know so far?
Well, we're going to need to get all of the data before we can make an evaluation. The NTSB, of course, launching a GO team. The initial things that will determine exactly what happened are going to be the ADSB data, which is going to give you the position of the airplane once every couple seconds. And then we're going to have some ground radar possibly that might have the fire truck, might show the fire truck movement as well. And there might be airport video recording sources and possibly some private individual video recording sources that can give us the time history of the vehicle movements as well. So once the NTSB is able to collect and analyze those along with the air traffic control audio transcripts, then they'll be able to piece together what happened and why it happened and how to prevent it from happening again.
Charlie, there was a guest on with Ashley Strohmeyer during our breaking news overnight coverage who said the plane was possibly going at this point in the landing process between 20 and 30 miles an hour. But when you look at this footage, this does not look like an interaction between two vehicles going 20 to 30 miles an hour. We've all seen accidents on the side of a road where a car's gone 30 miles an hour. It doesn't look like this. How fast do you think these two vehicles, the plane and the fire vehicle from Port Authority, were possibly going at this point?
Well, I'm assuming that they've taken a look at preliminary ADSB data to determine the aircraft speed. But keep in mind, the aircraft is mostly an aluminum fuselage, and that fire truck is more than likely mostly a steel structure. And their combined velocities together are going to result in significant damage to that aluminum airplane. I liken them to flying beer cans, basically, compared to the structural integrity of a fire truck. So if they used initial preliminary ADSB data to come up with that number, that might be true. And especially if they were
kind of ridiculous
coming at each other, if their velocity vectors were pointing at each other, then the combined velocity could have been significantly higher. So if the truck was going 50 miles an hour and the airplane was going 30 miles an hour, if they were going right at each other, that would be a combined impact of 80. So, we're just going to have to take a look at what the data show. But when I first saw the pictures last night, when you guys called me at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., whatever it was, to discuss my coming on the show, the only thing it showed was the initial pictures. And my first thoughts were, wow, the pilot compartment on that airplane, I'd be really surprised if the pilots didn't suffer at least significant injuries. And it sounds now like the pilots were killed. So that's a terrible thing to have happen. The cockpit voice recorder audio on this one is going to be important. That'll give us a lot of the audio leading, or all of the audio leading up to the crash. And it'll certainly help establish the timeline, but it'll be a tragic cockpit voice recorder recording.
And Charlie, speaking of audio, there are reports on the air traffic control recordings.
I saw that real quick. That's not really what that you're kind of. I mean, come on, Bold.
Ready, and they say that the vehicle had requested permission and had been cleared by the air traffic controllers to cross the runway 4. And then shortly after being cleared, the air traffic controller tells the vehicle to stop several times right before that collision. When you hear something like that, what do you think?
Well, I mean, we're going to basically, an animation will show everybody exactly what happened in real time. and allow us to visualize and hear exactly what's going on in this tragedy. And it sounds to me from what you're saying like there may be some hearing issues on the part of the fire truck that will be examined later. You know, it's required that the fire truck be authorized in its path along the airport surfaces there. So it sounds like the air traffic controller or possibly the ground controller, I'm not sure which one was speaking to him, whether it was tower or ground control that told him to stop, but they obviously realized that they had a conflict going on. And sounds from what you're saying that the driver of the fire truck was not able to hear that and take action in a timely basis to comply with the air traffic control or ground controller instructions.
To follow up on Carly's question, if in fact the initial command was given to the fire truck to proceed down the runway, and I completely understand, Charlie, you work for the NTSB, everything is a process and you go through a very dutiful and detailed process to get the answers. But your initial gut instinct when you hear if the fire truck is saying what it's saying and it did receive clearance, does this appear to you like an air traffic control error at this point?
It's way too early for me to be declaring probable cause in this case, but
good for him.
From the evidence that you've provided thus far, although it might be speculation at this point, if that is the case and the facts do lead us to that finding, then yes, there are going to be obviously air traffic and ground control issues, especially with respect to coordinating with as they call it, ARF, Airport Rescue and Firefighting.
Oh, pray for those people, man. Pray for those people.
Israel. Hold on. And he loves Israel too. It's true. 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president." It's true. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
That's right. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
and you are the greatest president.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you.
That's what you say. That's what you say. He said he was Israeli. What'd you say? Come on, man. Come on. I mean, that's not being very honest. You're not being intellectually honest there, are you? Sounds like you're pushing your agenda one way or the other. I don't know. I mean, I played the video. It's right there. You've seen it. Didn't seem to be what you said it was. Interesting how people can hear that and then assume that that's read it that way. It's ridiculous how they could see that and read it that way. Yeah, Trump was certainly uncomfortable in the moment. I don't think he likes anyone touching him. You seen what that was? You said over there, he's like, oh, he said he was the first Jewish president, blah, 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 blah. It was pretty clear to me. Trump was saying he's right. First of all, if he says he's right about that, it sounds to me like he's saying, yes, he is right about that because he sat here 6 years ago and said those words. That's what he's saying. He called Trump the first Jewish president, and I think Trump was agreeing that he did that, not that he is the first Jewish president. It's like, my gosh, dude, what are we arguing about? You want to sit and argue about if Trump's the first Jewish president because of that little interaction? Like, that's kind of ridiculous, don't you think? We can watch it again. I can put it back up there. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear what he's talking about there. I'm not really sure how anyone can really think that way. I mean, whatever. It's pretty clear to me what he's doing here. Let's just do it. Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. We'll put it up.
And these people do like Israel. Hold on.
And he loves Israel too.
It's true. He loves Israel. That's true.
2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president." Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two, not
what you're saying it is.
presidencies. We thank you
That's
for
right.
everything.
Yes, sir. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged.
It's interesting how easily some people can be refuted. Like you really you probably believe the Charlottesville thing still too. I bet. There's this other video I was going to play. It's just I don't know what you're supposed to say about this. It's a bit of a subject change. Trump said it's true that he stood there 6 years ago, man. Come on, dude. Really? Let me see. Where are we at here? Yeah, MAGA's in denial because you read those things wrong. Take the bias out of it, man. Take off the glasses. Take them off, man. It's going to be all right. Nothing says healthy adult relationship quite like needing a bedtime, a stuffed animal, and a supervision schedule. We have officially run out of normal. Grown adults out here calling this love while the rest of us are just trying to survive the day without losing Wi-Fi. But sure, let's all pretend this is totally fine and not deeply weird. Are people accepting anything these days just to avoid being called judgmental? Take a deep breath.
I'm her daddy, and she's my little girl, and I take care of her 24/7, just like you would a child.
Daddy sets out a punishment, or he lets you pick out a reward.
Wade works as a professional home repair contractor during the day, while 27-year-old Michelle describes herself as a full-time baby girl. This lifestyle is known as DDLG. In their world, Michelle wears colorful, childlike outfits every day, styles her hair in pigtails, and spends most of her time doing puzzles, coloring books, and listening to Disney music. She may suck her thumb, drink from a baby bottle, and take bubble baths in a toy-filled tub, mimicking childlike behaviors. As the daddy, Wade takes care of Michelle's daily needs around the clock, from helping her put on overalls to fastening buttons. Wade is not only her partner, but also her caretaker. He explains that he grew up in a strict household and naturally enjoys being in control and taking care of others, believing he is well suited for this role. However, their relationship is not only about playfulness and indulgence, it also involves strict rules. A behavior chart hangs on their wall, tracking Michelle's daily conduct.
crazy.
Green represents rewards,
Hey,
yellow
Faith,
is
you
a
still in
warning,
here?
and red indicates consequences. To maintain this structure, the home contains various disciplinary tools. When Michelle misbehaves, Wade enforces the rules in a serious manner.
Hey, Faith, if you're still in here. That is insane. I hope it's not even real, man. I hope something like that's not. I mean, I don't know if it's real. It looks like it's probably real. This is the first comment that you see when you scroll down. Oh, that's not very nice. Thought it was me. That's not very nice. His beard's nowhere near like mine. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's sick. I mean, both of them are sick. They're up this Trump haters. No, not all those on the left are that far. Absolutely not. They're not. Absolutely not. They're not. Look, we're not saying when I talk about stuff like that or I bring these stories up or whatever, I'm not saying that this is. I'm not saying that like we have to make fun of them. Like this, yes, we should make fun. This should be ridiculed out of society. That should be ridiculed right out of society. Get rid of it. Yada yada yada. I'm sorry I had just switched over. Oh, you can go back and watch it if you really want to see that thing. I don't want to see it again. I'm good.
a Texas teacher of kindergarten and what I do with it.
Texas
So my
teacher.
direct
Hang on,
deposit hit
Texas.
today, it
Why is
was
the pause button not working?
$7,500.81.
I can't
I
pause
did
the video. What happened there? It wouldn't let me pause. It wouldn't let me. Interesting. So this teacher gets paid $7,500 a month, says she's completely broke and in debt after her monthly expenses. Wait till you hear what her monthly expenses are.
how much my paycheck is as a Texas teacher of kindergarten and what I do with it. So my direct deposit hit today, it was $7,500.
Hang on, I'm gonna answer some comments here. But there are a lot of people of MAGA that think all the left is this far. Oh, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I think the left tries to convince themselves that we think that, because then they don't have to talk to us. No one is answering me on why we're at war. Is every as confused as me or no? Seems like you're in the wrong place asking those questions.
$81. I did pay the rent at our condo.
For $7,500 a month, I can easily support my family. And we have a lot of kids.
Because I am responsible for that. That was $3,581. Some change. I'm just going to round everything up here.
Her rent is $3,500 a month.
Utilities for the month at the condo were $1,200. My gym membership is $251 a month. I had groceries delivered this month twice for a total of $548. I did not have enough money this month to move anything to savings.
Listen, I didn't have any money to move anything to savings. Look what else she didn't have money for. And then follow the line. She says right after she didn't have money to do something.
The payment on my G-Wagon is $1,548.
G-Wagon.
I didn't do anything for my kids this month because it was a tight month. As you know, teachers do not make a lot. And then I did get my hair done twice and my nails, totaling $500. Do anything for my kids this month because it was a tight month. As you know, teachers do not make a lot. And then I did get my hair done twice and my nails, totaling $500. I didn't get gas this month. That was my husband's bill. After I add everything up, it was a grand total of negative $120.
After I add everything up, it's clear to me that I spend too much. Clearly not a math teacher.
And that I'll borrow from a friend. $24. And that I'll borrow from. Add everything up, it was a grand total of negative $124. And that I'll borrow from a friend. I love being a teacher.
I don't want that woman teaching my kids. How can you sit around in a condo like that with a G-Wagon like that and complain? You spend you make $7,500 a month and you spend $5,000 of that on your rent and car. And you got to save money to get your hair did. You got to get your nails done. You got to do all that kind of stuff. Got to have all the jewelry. Got to have all that going on. Brand new Apple Watch and, whatever, all the toys. But you didn't have enough money to do anything with your kids. Coming from someone who sometimes actually doesn't have enough money to do stuff with their kids, that makes me angry because this woman's wasting money on things she doesn't need to waste money on. And for what? What's she chasing? What are all these people out here chasing that are out there in their G-Wagons and their expensive condos and all that kind of stuff? What are you chasing? You can't take any of that stuff with you. The only thing that goes with you is your impact on other people. Who did you save? Who did you save? I want to go one day when I die and I go meet Jesus. I want to be like, hey, look at all these Christians I saved. Look at all these souls I brought to you. That's what I want to be able to say. So, are you happy someone died? Oh, that's from a little bit ago. No. Essentially, yeah, it's not far from the truth. Yeah, that's one of the things too. Is like we'll look at our mortgage, and man, if we had to rent a house that's the same size as the house that we live in, it would be almost double what we pay in our mortgage. Now I have that, very, very, very lucky, very happy to have the veterans VA loan for the house. Got the interest rate down nice and low. She lives in that. She lives in that tower right there on the picture. That's her G-Wagon, and that's her tower where she lives. Yeah, that's the blind lady and the blind. Yeah, it's insane. I mean, I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, she clearly doesn't teach math, but she went to the gym. She got her hair done twice. She got her nails done, and she's gonna borrow money from a friend to make the bills. Where are we at? What are you doing? $7,500 a month you make. Man, I could do a $7,500 a month. Yeah, status. That's the thing. It's chasing status. That's one thing I let go of a long time ago. Is chasing some kind of status. I drive a 10-year-old cargo van. I clearly don't care about status. Less is better. Amen. What did I damn, what I missed besides the like button? You gotta hit that like button. Hit that like button. Oh, this gets tiring when people ask the same question over and over and over again. None of us are privy. None of us sit in the situation room, boss. None of us are, Trump don't call me to check in or test, what should I do? I'm not the Charlie Kirk of this administration, so I don't really have the answers for you. Although I am flattered that you would suggest such a thing. I was talking to one of those in the chat who was happy that Mueller died. The comment was taken a bit out of context. No, I get you. I thought you were having a conversation. I was going to go on a point about that, and then I got sidetracked. No one should be happy that someone else died. I don't know. Don't you celebrate death sometimes? Baptist church, they celebrate it. My mother was a hospice nurse. She said that when she would go to wakes, she would rather go to the Baptist wakes because they were like a party. They were a celebration of that person's life and this and that. Yeah. Good luck, Americans. Your country is collapsing thanks to your fascist POTUS in Israel. Yeah, exactly. This lady could get a very nice ranch-style home and a good sedan and be living good with that money. Amen. And her kids, you know what the thing is? Her kids, they would have more memories. They could make memories. Wow. Did anyone see Trump use a photo of dead soldiers? Man, dude, you're a bit unhinged. You're a bit unhinged. The way you word that makes it sound like he was like, cha-chink. Snapping photos and shit, snapping selfies. Come on, well, YouTube kicked you out. Repeat the same trends and phrases. Yeah, it's a game to keep us all busy.
How much my
for sure. I just stumbled across this, and as a contractor, I'm like, wow, this is incredible. I believe this is a Section 8 house where the people got kicked out. This is how they left the house for the owners. That's cool. Wow. Every single thing in this house is going to have to get replaced. The baseboards, all the drywall. Looks like the windows, unless it's just paint on there. They can clean it off. But broke all the bricks, broke all the countertops. This is insane. This is what you have to deal with when you're when you rent when you're an owner. You know, people just come. I can't imagine. I hope that there's some way for him to recoup that money, but who knows? He's dealing with people that are already. Oh yeah, we got an interesting comment here. I can tell it's going to be interesting because the person has a Ukrainian flag in their thing. So this has got to be a great comment. I'm just going to go ahead and assume it, and we're gonna assume the proper procedure.
There was no Jesus. His name was Yeshua, and he was a brown socialistic. He was a brown socialistic, almost certainly gay. Nothing wrong with that. Hebrew rabbi, just a nice Jewish boy who didn't want a new fake religion.
Wrong.
I don't even know what to say to that. Man, I'm so blown away, I forgot to fix my button.
Blah blah blah. What do you recommend from your childhood? Mom always had her hair and nails done. My mom didn't. I know my mom. We were okay, short story. We were. My father was a raging alcoholic, violent. You know, yada yada yada. Just abusive, yada yada. And my mother left when we were young. We were 2, me and my twin brother, yada yada, low income housing, went to school to become a nurse, got off that low income stuff and made a life for herself. And that's all great and wonderful. But one thing that I remember from my childhood is that my mother, from every memory I ever have of her, she always had on those cheap 3-hole white little like Pickway or Payless shoes, those little canvas shoes, and she'd wear them until there was holes in them and stuff. And she didn't buy. We'd tell her, buy new shoes, Mom. She'd say, no, I'm not going to waste money on that. You know. So that's one thing I remember. Yeah, it does seem to be a lost art. That's for sure. I love how everyone's clutching their pearls. You know, it's so disingenuous, but it's like that's one thing that Trump seems to do is expose the left, right? So you see people all clutching their pearls about Trump's comment about Robert Mueller. Meanwhile, they either were celebrating or silent about the celebrating because no one keeps anyone accountable, right? That would be judging. People celebrating Charlie Kirk's death and whoever else, they celebrate that and then yada yada yada. I'm not saying that makes it right. It's all wrong. You shouldn't be celebrating that kind of crap. No one should be celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, especially. I mean, think about stupid things. The fact that his kids are one day going to see that. They're going to see it one day. There's almost no just scrolling. They're going to probably see it. Do you know Stray Kids? Huh? Garbage Pail Kids with the shit. I miss those things. They were fun. Garbage Pail Kids made you feel good. This has to go under things that didn't happen for 500, please, Alex. You motherfuckers! Sorry about the language, guys. I know it's a little early Monday morning, but sorry about the language. I didn't have time to edit it.
You motherfuckers! Y'all done raised fuel prices up! Fuel prices is up! I just got back into the business and y'all done raised the freaking fuel prices up! Y'all done raised the prices up $5 a gallon for fuel?
One of her shoes fell off.
Crazy? Are y'all crazy? What is going on? What is going on? I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I just got back into trucking and y'all done raised the fuel prices so high? Are y'all crazy? This shit don't make no sense. This don't make no fucking sense. I'm pissed. I'm pissed and I'm going off for all of y'all. It's all of y'all fault. Dang. Like y'all see this sign? This sign says $4.99 a gallon. This is what trucking has come to? Shit! You motherfucker!
I'm about sick of these people that go on and record these pre-scripted type videos. Got the camera, got the microphone under her shirt there. Like, come on. You see, the thing about me, right before the camera starts, she's sitting there putting the mic on. All right, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to act totally outraged. I'm going to stand in front of that gas sign. It's going to be great. I wear this pink number. It's going to be amazing. It's going to go viral. I'm going to be famous. That's half of the motivations nowadays with some of these videos on here. You see all these fake videos. It gets stupid. It's just stupid. What time did he give that? I'm still trying to find out what time. Anyone know what time Trump gave that post where he said, you know, they have 48 hours?
I want to go to you first real quick.
I'll put this up here. Maybe they say it.
That if Iran doesn't open up the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours, the United States will, quote, hit and obliterate their various power plants, starting with the biggest first. We're going to continue to monitor any breaking developments out of the Middle East, obviously in response to this. Jason, I want to go to you first real quick. We saw something earlier today, 20 countries coming together talking about opening up the Strait of Hormuz. This really puts some firepower behind that.
Yeah, the president doesn't fool around with this. 48 hours, he means it. I think in hour 49, that is going to open up. I think he'll give the oil markets and whatnot come Monday a great deal of relief. But more importantly, the goods and services, and particularly the oil, will start flowing.
Tommy, that if
there's 12 hours remaining, so maybe we'll be back live again. 12. Okay, damn, look at that. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll be back on in 12 hours. Who knows? Who knows? Man, I wish they would finish this crap up. We're getting dangerously close to regime change garbage, and we've done that too many times. It's never worked. It's one of those conundrums now where you're out there in the Middle East again, and you're out there and you started something, and I don't know, like the Iran thing over the was it Midnight Hammer, I think it was called. Last summer, in, out, boom, done. And like, you know, the thing is that by the time that news breaks, we're already gone. So there's no concern about that. No concern about a long forever war. But we're starting to get to the point where I'm getting a little bit, okay. I'm not sure that we should have went in here in the first place. There's an argument to be had about that. I'm not sure if we should have or not. But now that we're there, we need to get whatever we're doing done and get the hell out of there. A horde of brain-rotted leftist zombies stormed a Tennessee town board meeting to rage against the local government teaming up with ICE. Oh my gosh. Law enforcement agencies working together for the safety of everybody. We can't have that. Predictably, this flock of screeching Karens immediately launched into
Price of your greed is our sons and daughters. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? Price of your greed is our sons and daughters. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? Price of your greed is our sons and daughters. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water?
What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that probably is going to happen. And if it does happen, man, the left's going to be like, it's all about oil. It's all about oil. Oil, that's who's cooking. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, Justin Timberlake's DUI video came out. I watched it this morning, and honestly, it's just sad. You know, I'm a former or whatever you want to call it. Some people say you're always an alcoholic. Some people say you're not. Whatever. I quit a long time ago, but I see this and I'm like, man, dude, that sucks, man. What are you doing, man? Come on. It just looks bad and pitiful. And now that video is going to be everywhere. It was like, it's got 1.23 1.2 million views, and it was published 2 days ago, and that's just on one channel on YouTube. So who knows? You know, it's gotta suck to be a celebrity and have those moments, you know, be broadcast to everybody. Like if I went out and got a DUI, which I have never gotten, if I went out and got a DUI, no one's gonna see that video. Unless something crazy happens on the video, no one's gonna see that. No one's gonna care. But with his, it's like everybody's watching it and stuff. So we can put that on, but I'll do that towards the end. Yeah. Yep. You know, for a party who favors large government, always seems to be protesting the government, right? Right? And there's this one. Hey, man, what college did you go to? Oh, you mean like what college did I not go to, bruh? I went to Harvard. Wrong. I went to Yale. Wrong. I went to Columbia. Wrong. I went to Princeton. Wrong. I went to LSU. Wrong. I went to Tennessee. Wrong. I went to Penn State. Wrong. I went to high school. Wrong. I finished high school. Wrong. Oh, I'm a loser. You're a loser. Taking card would not be about the oil. It would be about shutting these losers down. That is a vital place for the Iranians. I did hear about that meteor. I haven't heard anything about it since then. You know what else is not in the news anymore, interestingly enough, is that was a Savannah Guthrie lady that got kidnapped? Whatever happened with that story? I'm going to do some follow-up. 32 years sober. I don't have a clap button. Let's give you this.
We love you all.
There you go.
Love you.
It did. Well, you know what? It's not the video. I'm gonna put it up here. It's not the video that made him look pathetic. Keep that in mind. It is not the video that made him look pathetic. The video exposed how pathetic he looked. What made him pathetic is the alcohol. That's what did it. That letter that Joe Kent wrote seems to be straight up truth. He was a Green Beret with 11 deployments, Gold Star husband, and clearly doing this to the greater. Can we please take this whole Gold Star husband thing out? It doesn't mean that you're forever correct on everything for the rest of your life. It doesn't mean anything except for that your wife tragically was killed at war. That's what it means. That's the end. That's all it means. And you can't disparage his service. It's great. His service was great. I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't great, but just because you were in the military doesn't mean you can't be a traitor. Just because you were in the military doesn't mean you can't write a letter on government letterhead resigning that's full of accusations and not one fact. Not one fact. Just a bunch of accusations. That's it. A bunch of accusations and emotions. Probably stressed out because he's under investigation for leaking to Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson. Probably that. It's a meteor and Israeli missile. How about, I never was a beer guy. If I drank beer, it was malt liquor. Because I grew up where malt liquor was the prime drink, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, the police were cool. He was wasted. But you know what? We should be angry about the situation too, because he was out there driving on the road, and they said he's swerving to the left. He's swerving to the, We'll play it. We'll play it. I'm gonna play it. It's like I think it was 10 minutes long. It goes from when they arrest him all the way to the DUI, they do the test, the sobriety checkpoint test, or whatever you want to call it.
You keep veering off to the left, and then you're not stopping at the stop signs.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Is this your vehicle? Whose vehicle is it?
I just saw a rental.
It's a rental? Okay.
Bad.
Do you have any registration with it? Do you know if they can put it in the glove box?
Let me check.
How long are you renting it for?
Just for a couple of days.
What are you visiting?
Yeah, I'm on tour.
What are you doing?
I can't stand that dude's voice.
I'm on a world tour.
I don't know what it is about that dude's voice.
A world tour.
A world.
Hard to explain. A world tour. I'm Justin Timberlake.
How can he not explain what he's doing on a world tour? I was singing and I'm dancing. That's it. I'm singing and I'm dancing.
What's your name?
Justin Timberlake.
You are Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Do you have a license with you?
Yeah, I do.
And then when we do this, just like you're doing right now, arms, feet together, arms by your side. You're doing it just now. I'm just going to re-explain it before we continue, okay? Arms by your side, feet together, and then you're going to keep your head straight and just keep your head straight. Only follow with your eyes, okay?
Okay.
You understand that?
All right. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so left foot on the line. Left foot on the line first. And then you're going to put your right foot in front of your left. Stay just
I don't
like
think
that.
John's wrong here. I
You're
think
gonna
John
heel
might
to
be
toe
right.
like this. Heel to toe. Up. Put your left foot on the line. Yep. You're going to have your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe.
Here.
Okay, so we're going to put our left foot on the line.
That's just
first.
sad. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not
Put your
celebrating
right
this
foot
at all.
in
It's
front of
just
your left,
to me,
heel
I'm
to
a
toe.
little bit interested because as
And
an
you can stay just like
alcoholic,
that, okay? Okay. So it's going to be a series of small.
At that point, you just
9
tell them,
jump
"Hey,
steps. I will demonstrate this.
just
like
just
you're doing
take
right
me
now.
in."
Like this. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9. Followed by a series of small steps around. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9 back. This is going to be heel to toe.
Yeah, we get
So
it.
you're
You
gonna
think we're
keep your
brainwashed?
heels
Great.
As you're going.
Great.
Arms by your side.
You're like the typical
While you're doing
lefty.
this, you're going to look down at your toes.
Dismiss people.
I'm just following my friends back to my house. I'm not
Yep, Chuck.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just following my friends back to my house.
Will you do these tests?
Sure. And then just walk. I'm sorry.
Here. Ready?
I'm a little nervous.
Left. Right foot in front. You're gonna look down.
On a
Ready?
side note, when I was in the military, I got pulled over on the way back onto base one night. We had just got back from NTC. Which is a month training in the desert, and we went out and we were coming back on base, and I had 6 people in my little car, and I only supposed to have 5, so I got pulled over, and they did a sobriety checkpoint, like the test on me, and I did the walk the line thing, and it was January in Kansas and super cold, and the road had an incline, so they ended up taking me into the main post headquarters to do a blow test because they said I failed the field sobriety test. Long story short, I blew a 0.0. So I kind of get. I just wouldn't be putting up all these tests.
1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay. Hang on. Let him tell you when to go. You gotta tell me to start. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
No, I want to make sure. We want to make sure you do this right.
Right foot in front of your left.
Is this my line?
Perfect. Yep. Imaginary line you make, that's the line you're gonna walk.
If MAGA really,
1,000, 2,000,
if MAGA really grosses you out, why do you go to a channel called MagAmericans? I mean, I'm glad you're hearing everything. Don't get me wrong.
Continue. Yep.
But why would you go to a channel every morning that's called MagAmericans if MAGA grosses you out?
4,000.
It's an honest question.
5,000. You want me to keep going?
Yep. Yeah. Until I tell you to stop. Yep.
Okay. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000.
All right. That's all good. All right.
By the way, these are like really hard tests.
So the way this device works, you just put your lips over it and you blow into it like you're blowing a balloon. No?
Yeah.
Kent resigned and spoke truth. I respect it. What truth?
All right.
Prove it. Prove it's truth. You can't because there's no facts in the dang letter, man. There's nothing in there.
Intoxicated. That's what I could do. Just turn around.
Come on, man.
I thought he was gonna fight him right here.
I'm just following my friends home. I'm
All right. Just turn around for me, please.
Not good. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that myself. Funny thing is, Timberlake grew up dancing his whole life, but he has zero coordination to do the toe to heel. He was so drunk, it's pathetic and sad. It is pathetic and sad. I am not celebrating this at all.
I know my hair sucks here, but like
Now, listen to this. This is one. This is like I don't know who this woman is, but she comes up out of nowhere. You can tell she's from that Silver Spoon. You know, what do you mean you're gonna arrest him? You can't just let him off because he's a celebrity type attitude. I just can't stand it.
132, 192.
at this point, I know my hair sucks here, but like I usually look good.
So at this point, he's.
She said, I know my hair sucks here, but I usually look good. The fact that she thinks the cop gives a damn about what she looks like means that she is always so wrapped up in what she looks like. Man, that's got to be a torturous life to be so.
Okay. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, why?
He's being arrested for intoxicated.
Stop it.
DWI. Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Don't say it.
Yes. Come down with us. Okay. So you're okay to drive. Okay. I don't see any. Your eyes look perfectly fine. Your speech isn't slurred.
You're
arresting
Justin Timberlake right now?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yes.
Why?
He was driving drunk.
Okay. All right. Just take a seat.
I bet you like Zelensky. Yeah, it's like I'm Justin Timberlake. No, you're under arrest.
Right now, he's under arrest.
Under arrest?
For driving while intoxicated.
Stop it. Justin Timberlake's under arrest.
Right? Like she can't believe Justin Timberlake's under arrest. Oh my gosh, stop that. Stop that. That's arrest. That's for the regular people. That's just the regular people.
Please, can we do anything? Can you please stop it? I'll do anything.
No, it is what it is at this point, okay?
So you can't, like, put him in jail.
He's going to be held for the night.
I can't take him home?
He's arraigned for the morning.
There has to be a moment of talking.
No. Not anymore.
Please help me.
Not anymore.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
This
Can
is the registration.
I just can't, you know.
I have his phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you guys please just do me a favor because you loved bye bye bye
Yeah.
or like sexy back?
Well, they have to confirm it.
Favor, let me ask him if he wants me to give him his phone.
Yeah.
This is insane.
She just said, let me do a favor because he sang these songs.
Okay, so my partner
Oh,
here,
quit,
I don't
man.
know the details, obviously. I wasn't going to stop to.
You know, I feel bad. Like I said, I look at this and I feel sad.
Traffic violation.
I hope he gets the help he needs. You know, I hope he gets through it. Maybe it was a one-off thing.
Routine.
Maybe he's not an alcoholic. Maybe he just had too much to drink. But either way, I hope he's okay. I hope everything works out and that
Based
he's
off of
okay.
His observations, you are intoxicated.
Okay.
So you were under arrest for DWI. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. All we're asking is if you understand what was just read to you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Perfect.
And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reread this again. We're gonna go through the rest of it, but at this
No, I
at this
got
point,
you. I got you.
At this point, it asks for initials. If you don't want an initial, you're not required to. You can't be forced to. And then I'll read.
It's got to be tough though. Since Justin has a big problem with alcohol and drugs. It's got to be tough.
No.
I'll read the rest.
You know, to live that life, have the access to anything you want. Like you have to have real
Now, do
discipline.
you consent or refuse to the chemical test?
No, I'm not doing the chemical test. Like, guys, I don't mean no harm. Like,
I understand.
I'm glad that people
We
come
really
here
need
that
to
aren't
be
MAGA.
Part of the input.
You know, I want that. I think we should be able to communicate. We don't make fun of each other. Like I poke fun at Bold because he says some dumb things, but
I didn't say you did.
I
Right?
think he
Everyone
says some
makes a
dumb
mistake or two
things.
in their life, right?
But
You
I
had
respect
too much to
that
drink,
he's here, and you know,
drove the car, right?
okay.
It's whatever, you know. I'm not here to judge it. We got a job today.
Yes, sir.
I have no idea who
appreciate
Timberlake
you
is.
understanding. By the way,
Justin Timberlake. He's from NSYNC. He was with
Appreciate
Britney
that.
Spears back in the day.
What was the traffic violation I missed?
I observed you.
Just so I know.
No, this is just the
I observed
police
you found the full
video.
stop at the stop sign, and then while you were driving, you failed to keep right on numerous occasions. So you're very.
Wait, start over. Sorry.
So
One more time.
You failed to stop at the stop sign, and then while you're operating the motor vehicle, you failed to keep right on your side of the roadway, and you continuously moved off and veered to the left of the roadway.
Okay, well, I was just following my friends.
Okay, yeah, I understand, but we are where we are right now. Okay.
That sucks because, like, you know, that is alcoholic. He's not, if he doesn't, you know, he's going to die younger than he needs to because of that, you know.
I don't want to say that because, I mean, you're being arrested, so for a misdemeanor DWI, I don't like to call people names, Mr. Timberlake, but which is the situation that we're in, unfortunately, okay? I'm trying my best to treat you like anybody else, okay? I appreciate your cooperation.
Yeah, man.
Most people, a lot of people don't cooperate like this.
Oh, that's not true.
It goes a long way in my book.
We shouldn't communicate with anyone that's not MAGA. That's not true. We have to.
Yeah, happy to
That's
answer
the
that,
wrong
yeah.
way to go.
Is this the normal process?
Oh, we're all losers, guys.
Everything is pretty standard. Nothing of the ordinary. We do this for everyone that gets arrested for DWI. Is there anything specifically about it you are wondering, or
He wants special
I
treatment.
just wondered, like you really cuff people up and like.
Yeah. I mean, you're in our custody. We have to make sure that people who we lock up here don't leave. You know, you can't just leave. You got to process you, everything like that. Your safety, our safety, things like that. It's just standard protocol.
Gotcha. I appreciate you boys for doing your job, man.
I appreciate that you understand that we got to do
Yeah,
our
I
thing.
appreciate you boys for doing your job. I had one martini and I followed my fucking friends home.
He said he had one more. He said he had one martini.
And I followed my. Appreciate you boys for doing your job. I had one martini and I followed my fucking friends home. And I appreciate you boys for doing your job. Yeah.
Just look it over real quick before you sign.
Oh, did he? He threatened to sue police if this was released.
White?
I think what you say is dumb because your opinions seem dumb, not because I'm just Trump and defend him and blah blah blah. That's the liberal. That's the way they. Come on, man. Really? Okay.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding, man.
So you're being held for the night, and then in the morning is the arraignment. So in the morning, usually around 9:30.
Being held all night?
It might not be this one. You might be over at the other one, and they actually have blankets for you.
You guys are wild, man.
And again, like I said, you can make a phone call if you would like. The attorney and things like that, you're allowed to call right now if you wish, or you can call later.
Yeah, at any point you want to make a phone call, let us know.
Yeah.
Right.
You are entitled to have phone calls.
That's tough. That's tough, you know. And like I said, I don't watch that like celebrating it. That's not why I brought it up. It's just sad. And I have a history with alcohol, and I look at that kind of stuff and I go, man, dude, I'm so glad I got away from that stuff. Especially at the age that we are. I haven't seen him in 20 years, but used to hang out with him and NSYNC when I quit. They love Bahama Breeze in Orlando. We would be there at a place called Cheers. Huh. Let's see what else we got here at the bottom. We are watching a video of a drunk celebrity. How has that got to do with anything with politics? Well, this show is actually listed under entertainment and not politics. We do politics, we do family and current events and all kinds of stuff here. Is that okay? That sucks. My husband died very young from a drunk driving accident. I'm sorry to hear that. I forgot me by now. Huh. That's pretty cool. Why is the far majority of American YouTube channel gospel preaching channels? Oh, okay. Yes, we can get back to politics. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. We can get back to politics right away. Right away. Let's do it. Let's do it. I got a bunch of stuff I got to get done today. I got to get this. President Trump postpones. Let's see here. Let's see what we say. What he says here. Let me pull this up. I am pleased to report that oh wait, hang on. Sorry, guys. I am pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had over the last 2 days very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth and detailed and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Huh, that's good news. That's good news, right? Isn't that good news? The church and state, I'm not going to get into that one. I'm not going to get into that one. They are separate, but it's not meant to keep the church out of government. It's meant to keep the government out of church. It's crazy, right? He says, I'm pleased to report the United States of America, blah, 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 over the last 2 days. Interestingly enough, it was 2 days ago that he made that threat. Wow, it's amazing what power does. It's amazing what a powerful America can do when you have a president in the Oval Office who the other people go, he'll do it. He'll do it. He'll do it, guys. Just what? Oh, he's doing it now. He's doing it now.
They think that we're going to.
David Hansen on. Pull this bit up here.
There's enough evidence to see how things are really going. Europeans would never agree to go anywhere near Iran unless they thought the tide was turning and they think that we're going to win. Otherwise, they would keep still. And the reason that the petro nations of the Gulf survive is they have their finger in the wind and they're very attuned to the climate. And when you have Al Jazeera praising the United States bombing campaign and saying that it's been underestimated and it's brilliant and effective, you get the feeling that they think not only should the United States finish the job, but it can and will finish the job. And then when you start to see tactical aircraft like Warthogs and Apaches, that means that they're offering almost ground and sea support to hit targets. There's nothing, there's no defense at all when you have that type of aircraft flying at will in Iranian airspace. So you put it all together, and I think it's pretty clear that this rope-a-dope strategy that they have that we're going to tire before they are is dependent on just public opinion, the midterms in the United States. And if Trump sees it through, and I think he will, I think they're going to fall pretty soon. And
yeah, I don't think it's going to last much longer. I honestly think in the next 5 days, it might be over. I really do. I think that the ones that are left in power, they want to live. They want to live. They don't want to die. They want to live, and the only way to do that is to negotiate with the American government, right? I mean, wait, here we go. Hang on. Here's an AI video. It says Tom Homan and Mark Wayne Mullen join ICE and it's TSA. You gotta love these AI videos.
Stop or something's not right. Ma'am, I need you to step aside for a moment, please.
Oh, Cortez. Oh, you got all the senators.
What is all this?
What you got, man? They're gonna be in trouble. Let's get the Quran and some.
Bananas on the left, Quran on the right. What's that behind it?
On the right.
Grenade. Pins in, but we need EOD. Agreed. Bag it, call it in. On it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need you to come with me for a more detailed inspection.
Yeah. I thought we should do this.
What is all this? Do you have an explanation for these items? Ma'am, we need to examine these contents.
That's private. You have no right. Regulations require inspection of all items. This is harassment over political
Look at these
signs.
signs. No borders and stacks of cash. What's the Ma'am, you're under arrest. You're being sent back to Somalia.
Launch her out of here.
Oh, dang. They
Ma'am,
put
is this
her
your
in a
husband?
cannon.
What the heck is going on here?
My husband, no. This is not what it looks like. I can explain.
Explain this cash and him.
I don't know. It's a mistake.
Right. Yes, we have it all.
This is great. Politics for Dummies book. Oh, man. Oh, man. You guys, ice cream.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, I love it. Are you in a prison? No, I'm not in a prison. I'm not Jake Lang. I don't get to do live streams from my prison cell. No wonder he blocked me. Oh. Well, what are we doing? What else we got going on here? I don't know. Not much. Oh, you know what? It's time to get Monday started and go launch this business. Oh, can I give you an opinion about your song? Yeah. Think. There's my opinion about your song. Yeah, Trump will probably share that on his Truth Social account. It's crazy how much. I remember that one video they had of Will Smith. This must have been 5 years ago, eating spaghetti, and it was horrendous. But now it's like you can't tell the difference. Can't tell the difference. Monday. Okay, so it's Monday. And that sucks. And it's going to suck all day, and that's okay because God is good every day, even on a Monday. Even on a Monday. So, like, share, and subscribe. We are going to be back on Wednesday morning. I'll take Tuesday mornings off. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get busy. I think I will. Unless I'm up. If I'm up and I'm sitting here, I might go live anyway. But smile at a stranger. Everyone have a blessed day, like Sapphire Patriot said. Check out MagAmericans.com. For more info and links, hit the like and share button, subscribe, all that hubbub, do all the things because the algorithm's against us. Thank you very much for being here, every last one of you. I appreciate you spending some of your morning with us, and I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you. Have a happy Monday. We'll see you soon.